Another protest out the front of Parliament today, this time calling for a Royal Commission into veteran suicide. This is in part off the back of a vote in the Senate last week that passed. There's set to be one in the House as well that is also set to pass. But what does that actually mean for the calling of a Royal Commission? Our political editor Andrew Clennell joins me here in the studio. Of course, these are just motions. The government, the executive decides on these. So what's your information on whether one will actually be called?
Well, there was some speculation this morning, Tom, that Scott Morrison will be calling a Royal Commission today. That just won't be happening. He won't be moving that quickly towards it. I guess he's going to leave his options open. But from what I'm told, he's going to continue this argument which some of the RSL support, if not a lot of the veterans, in terms of having this Veterans Commissioner, standing Royal Commission type powers. So he's going to persist with that. He's going to let this vote go through on the voices, as I flagged on Sunday Agenda yesterday. So the motion will be passed. But as you point out, it's a cabinet decision, not a parliamentary decision, this. They haven't got their Veterans Commissioner legislation up yet.
Yeah.
So quite a few difficulties. One thing we know about Scott Morrison, he doesn't really rush to judgment a lot of the time. So he's promising at this stage just to keep up the dialogue, I guess, on it, not ruling out a Royal Commission. He may commit to a standalone Royal Commission, but he prefers the proposal the government's originally gone with. He left the option open of a Royal Commission on Ben Fordham this morning.
We won't be opposing that motion at all. I mean, we've always thought you need something better than and more than a Royal Commission. I mean, what we need is a permanent arrangement, and that's what we've put into the Parliament. We've put in legislation to provide for a permanent set of arrangements that have the powers of a Royal Commission to address veteran suicide, and I'm sure that these two things can come together and we can come to some agreement over the course of this week. I want to do what's right for veterans.
So, Tom, I guess it's just another interesting fix for the government and another sign that their numbers aren't very solid in the House of Representatives. Who knows where else they might have issues on this. And on this occasion, they don't want the optics of people crossing the floor they were set to. So you just wave it through and then keep discussions going.
Yeah, when it has no technical ramifications. It's an interesting issue in that when they talk about their plan, as you mentioned, that didn't actually pass Parliament. So it's a National Commission of Defence and Veteran Suicide. It's supposed to have powers that could have broad-ranging inquiries. It's supposed to be able to look into individual incidents and even can compel evidence and witnesses, which, I don't know, on the face of it seems fairly substantial.
I guess they saw it, a lot of the veterans see it as a function of the bureaucracy. Certainly Jackie Lambie sees it that way, Heston Russell, whereas they see a standalone Royal Commission as something where there'd be some findings and there'd be some concrete action. Certainly that appears to be the case with aged care. Look, but for some months now, people in government have been saying we've had too many Royal Commissions. Every time they have one, they have to do things like introduce an aged care levy is suddenly on the agenda. You know, they have to take action they don't want to take.